all the emotional work, there's also a tremendous physical work that needs to be done. Like looking up at this, not only, Dwayne, how did you change your body for this? Talk to us about the prosthetics, because they're incredible. You look like yourself, but you don't. You look like Mark, but you don't.
Thank you. The prosthetics were just so invaluable. There were 22 prosthetics every day over the course of about 3.5 to 4 hours every day. There was the hair, of course, which was fun for me. But the physical transformation was hard because it was over 30 pounds that I had to put on of muscle. And what you realize quickly when Benny came to me and said, hey, it's a funny story. He goes, hey, I don't know if you've ever been told this, but you're gonna have to get bigger. Hey, I've never been told that. But okay. Give me 24 hours, let me get back to it. I thought about it, and then we watched videos of Mark, and you know, at one time when Mark was the greatest fighter on the planet, as you guys have seen, real footage, he was this rare anomaly of a human being with his body, and Mark had a different quality of muscle to him because he was a wrestler, and so there's that fast twitch muscle that I realized I had to put on in the course of about 5 to 6 months of over 30 pounds. And I also still had to move, so I had to be agile as best I could to be an MMA fighter. So there was a physical transformation, there was the vocal transformation, and as I learned, as you guys know, you know, Mark, he's so soft-spoken, he's so tender, and there's this beautiful, almost like childlike curiosity in his voice when he speaks and when he talks, when he asks questions, when he's just curious and querying anything. So there was a vocal transformation. And the biggest one, I think, was just the emotional transformation of a guy who was at one time the greatest in the world, and he, like so many, got challenged by his demons. And he, as Mark has shared this, so I'm not sharing anything that no one knows, he overdosed twice. And he's lucky to be alive. And I always say there was the Mark Kerr that I needed to know back in the late 90s and early 2000s. And then there was Mark Kerr I needed to know today, who sits in front of you today. So of all the transformations I was lucky enough to participate in and do, I think the emotional transformation was the thing that really rocked me to the core, because you realize, and this is Benny's vision, where, hey, and this is also, I think, a testament to Benny's confidence in what he's going to deliver to you guys, about you guys experiencing the same thing that Mark was experiencing, which is this guy had it all. He lost everything at one point, but he's okay, and everyone's okay. And there's the lesson to be learned that it can be okay, and that's to Benny. And by the way, I always like saying this because it's important. It was my honor to transform for Benny because it was your vision.
It was an amazing thing to watch, because at some point I really felt like I could ask you to do anything, you know? I was at one point, we were filming, and he's like, you're just on my back. I said, yeah. He's like, okay.
After Mark loses that
yeah.
long shot in the elevator.
And so, and I said, whenever you feel that you don't want to be seen anymore, just turn around. And he turns around, but he feels Maceos, the cinematographer, Maceo Bishop, he feels him trying to get around and see his face, and he kind of curls up and blocks the camera so that you can't see him. And I was like, oh my God, this is like a whole other level of, it was like acting with the pores of his body, you know? It was really unbelievable to be a part of, because also the things we would talk about were just conversations about like, what makes you sad? And then to see that internalized and then outwardly put on the screen was really, really special, you know?